Good morning. We are taking a look at road conditions this morning in the valley. We're talking about some areas that may end up being on the, icy patchy side in parts of the valley because of temperatures in the northern valley that are in that freezing range. So want to give you a heads up that there might be some places up north that we have some ice on the roads. And there is a spotty kind of wintry mix going on in parts of the valley too, whether it be straight up rain for some spots to maybe even just some flakes for others. This is something that may impact your morning drive, though the main event on our first alert weather day is more likely to happen into tonight, where the precip will be a little more widespread and as the entire valley starts dropping below freezing. But right now there's a range of conditions going on. We're very warm in the south. In the north, that's where we're starting to cool down, and you can see that difference on our radar map here. We've got blue for a lot of places in the northern valley, and then more likely green, and that indicates rain in the south. So zooming in a little bit more, you can see kind of a west-east line here from Devil's Lake back through the Grafton area, the Minto area there. And then this is drifting eastward between Newfolden and the Thief River Falls area, and Red Lake up toward Baudette, experiencing at least a loft of some precipitation. If you're seeing some of it reach the ground, we'd love to hear from you and hear a report of what you're experiencing here this morning. And then down toward Lakes Country, we've had some rain showers going on in places like Park Rapids and Wadena. It looks like we're getting a little break in the town of Wadena right now. But Detroit Lakes back to Barnesville, we've seen a little development on the west end of this, and so you may be dealing with some sprinkles going on there. Temperatures in this part of the valley are mild. We are in the upper 30s at the moment. 39 degrees in Fargo, Detroit Lakes, and Fergus Falls. The north again is colder. We are in that freezing range. It's 30 in Devil's Lake, 32 in Grand Forks, and Langdon's at 28. So again, anywhere where temperatures are at or below freezing or even close to freezing, we could have some icy spots. Now, wind is also kind of telling the story of where the cooler air is. We've got that northerly wind taking over in the northern valley, indicating that some cooler air is moving into that area. On the other side of this boundary, we've got wind still out of the south, and so keeping around those milder temperatures here right now. Let's talk about our snowfall potential with this event. Eventually, we'll see that rain change over to snow heading into tonight and into tomorrow morning. And so here's a look at the map. You can see areas in the bright light blue. That's 1 to 2 inches of snow possible. Heavier amounts are more likely south and east, but that could be affecting places into Lakes Country. So we're looking at a few inches of snow perhaps in some parts of Lakes Country by the time this system moves on. And here's how this is all going to play out. We've got this line that's developed in the northern valley. This is going to just kind of slowly creep southward as we go through the morning hours, so taking over places like Grand Forks eventually, and then more areas where moisture fills in into Lakes Country too. So by noon you could see we're starting to see a little more development going on. Temperatures rising into, well, kind of where we are now. Some low to mid 30s in the northeastern part of North Dakota. And then in the southern valley, some mid to upper 30s to 40 by 3 o'clock this afternoon. But this is the area where we're concentrating that moisture heading into tonight. We got that snow that's going to change over. Even by 7 o'clock, we could be seeing all snow, and temperatures again going to be crucial here. And we're already dropping below freezing in places like Valley City, the James River Valley area by 7 o'clock tonight. So it could get slick in that area earlier on than places into Lakes Country in Minnesota. But eventually we're all dropping to that freezing range overnight and into tomorrow morning and getting some accumulations, and that could lead to some slick spots on the roads. Pretty quickly though, the snow moves on. This is 8 a.m. Saturday and we're quieting things down. But again, could be a little bit dicey for drivers heading into your Saturday morning, especially if you're going to try to travel eastward into Minnesota, where the bulk of the system will be. And so looking at your extended planner, first alert weather day today and into very early tomorrow, and then after that drying out with temperatures that are going to remain mild. Our coolest day of the 11-day stretch will be on Christmas Day, looking at it feeling and perhaps even looking more like Christmas as our next system will be looming again for the weekend. This time more on Sunday and into Christmas Day we may see some snow. So we've had some melting in the last couple of days. Yeah. We may get some snow just in time, in the nick of time for that round. Of course, for travelers, that's a concern. So yeah, we'll keep you up to date on it as it gets closer. And of course, we'll be tracking today's and tomorrow's event too.
But nice to sit around the tree and maybe the fire, you know, if you have a fireplace when it's a little chilly outside on Christmas.
Exactly. You know, it's great when you are where you need to be.
Yes.
And you're settled in and just ready to enjoy the holiday.
Yep.
For sure. Thank you, Lisa.